Time Cut. Movie review. A slasher time travel thriller that cuts deep. Time travel movies often tread a fine line between thrilling entertainment and baffling complexity, and Netflix's Time Cut 2024 is no exception. Directed by Kaz Firpo and set in the fictional town of Sweetly, this sci-fi horror attempts to marry the heart-pounding suspense of slasher films with the mind-bending implications of time travel. With its creepy atmosphere, dynamic characters, and intricate timeline, Time Cut crafts a layered narrative that will likely leave viewers debating its twists long after the credits roll. However, it is the film's ability to make both Quinn, a genius-turned-killer, and Lucy, his time-bending counterpart, both victims and heroes in their own right that elevates the movie into more than just your average slasher flick. A familiar setup with a time-twisting twist. At first glance, Time Cut appears to be a run-of-the-mill slasher movie set in a high school. We meet Quinn, a teenage science prodigy who is relentlessly bullied by his peers. The cruelty reaches a boiling point when he's thrown into a river during a brutal high school prank, with his crush Summer watching on, laughing. When Summer rejects his love letter, the humiliation pushes Quinn over the edge, ultimately shaping his future as the Sweetly Slasher, a masked murderer who embarks on a bloody 3-day killing spree on April 16, 2003. But Quinn isn't just any vengeful killer. He's also a genius who builds a time machine in the future. Instead of using it for the betterment of humanity, he travels back in time to exact revenge on those who wronged him. This blend of personal vendetta with science fiction is the movie's central conceit, turning a classic slasher story into something far more interesting. The question quickly shifts from, who will survive? To, how can the past be changed? Character-driven drama amid bloodshed. At the heart of Time Cut are two characters. Quinn, the future serial killer, and Lucy, Summer's determined younger sister who takes matters into her own hands to solve the mystery of her sister's death. What makes the movie particularly gripping is how much time is spent exploring their characters' motivations. Quinn, though undoubtedly a monster in his future form, is painted as a victim of relentless bullying, and his decision to go on a killing spree is rooted in deep-seated pain and rejection. The movie doesn't paint him as a mindless killer. Instead, it allows for moments of humanity, where we see a younger Quinn grappling with the way he's treated by his peers. In his adult form played by B.J. Verreau, Quinn has become more embittered and cold, but the audience still recognizes the pain that drives his actions. On the other hand, Lucy played by Madison Iseman, is more than just a final girl trope. She's not running from danger but actively trying to alter the course of history to save her sister and prevent Quinn from becoming the Sweetly Slasher. Her intelligence and emotional depth make her a standout in the film, as she balances her desire to save her family with the mind-bending realization that her own existence might be at stake. How time travel complicates the horror. What makes Time Cut such an intriguing film is how it deals with the ripple effects of time travel. Lucy's interference in 2003 changes the course of events significantly. By preventing key moments, such as Quinn's public humiliation and his unrequited love for Summer, the film suggests that people's worst traits can sometimes be triggered by specific events in their lives. This version of Quinn, in the altered timeline, is more sympathetic, no longer driven by vengeance but instead steered towards a more constructive path, thanks to Lucy's intervention. But, Lucy's time travel adventure comes with its own set of consequences. In saving her sister, she potentially erases herself from existence, as her parents may never conceive another child. The film handles this moral dilemma brilliantly, forcing Lucy to weigh her own existence against the lives of her sister and friends. The final showdown between Lucy and Quinn in 2024 culminates in Lucy killing adult Quinn, a bittersweet end that brings closure to her family's trauma but also leaves Lucy without her own place in the world. What the movie does so well is avoid the usual, erase the killer and all is well, logic seen in time travel films. In Time Cut, no one is truly erased from history, even the dead have lingering effects, and Lucy's decision to go back to 2003 to live a new life reflects this. It plays with time in a way that, while not bogged down in endless technicalities, still feels coherent and impactful. A strong blend of genre tropes. As a slasher film, Time Cut doesn't skimp on the gory details. From brutal murders to tense chases, the film keeps up a relentless pace. The cinematography, particularly in the scenes involving the masked killer, is tight and claustrophobic, adding to the tension and unease. The eerie setting of Sweetly High School, combined with the small-town isolation, creates a perfect backdrop for Quinn's bloody rampage. At the same time, Time Cut leans heavily into the science fiction genre without overwhelming the audience with technobabble. It manages to keep the mechanics of time travel simple enough to follow while exploring the emotional consequences of changing the past. This balance between horror and science fiction sets the movie apart from other slashers, which often stick to more straightforward, real-world narratives. The themes of revenge, redemption, and sacrifice. While Time Cut offers plenty of blood and thrills, its deeper themes make it stand out. At its core, the movie is about revenge, both Quinn's quest for vengeance against those who wronged him and Lucy's need to bring justice to her sister's killer. But as the film unfolds, it reveals that revenge is rarely simple and often comes at great personal cost. Redemption also plays a key role, particularly in the film's final act. Quinn, in his younger form, is given a second chance at life, one where he doesn't have to become the monster the future has painted him as. Meanwhile, Lucy sacrifices her place in the world to save her sister, embodying the ultimate act of love and selflessness. Final verdict. A cut above the rest. Time Cut is a refreshing take on both the slasher and time travel genres. Its ability to weave together horror, science fiction, and character-driven drama makes it more than just another gory thriller. With its thoughtful exploration of revenge, identity, and the consequences of our choices, Time Cut offers audiences a lot to chew on, even after the final twist. The film is not without its flaws. Some of the time travel logic feels a bit too convenient at times, and certain character motivations could have been fleshed out more. But these minor shortcomings are easily overshadowed by the film's emotional depth, gripping suspense, and unique narrative structure. For fans of both slashers and sci-fi thrillers, Time Cut is a must-watch, offering a rare blend of heart-pounding horror and mind-bending twists that linger long after the screen goes dark.